The rapid rise of passport bros in modern dating, why men now travel abroad to date women. So, this is unbelievable stuff. Women are going absolutely ballistic. They're fuming about the soft guy era. They are furious that men are calling themselves the prize. They are rapidly putting out videos now online condemning men, attacking men, shaming men, going after the passport kings, going after any man who dares to walk away from women in Western society. They're calling them INCELs. They are going absolutely insane, guys. We're going to jump right into the video just to let you know it comes from FBE Capital, and the channel is linked in the description.
Why is it more socially acceptable for women to hate men than it is for men to hate women?
Because men are the devil.
Ladies, let me remind you of something. You do not need a man.
Stop giving a fuck about what men find attractive.
I need to tell you something. Look, we don't need a fucking man.
And I'll tell you why I'm still single. Because my standards are, at this point, they're through the roof. Like, good luck meeting them.
Nobody told me to settle. I'm a catch. I know I'm a catch.
Stop settling for bare minimum ass men.
Make him suffer.
Make them suffer.
Just give him a little bit of pain.
Do you need a reminder that men ain't
No, I don't have a boyfriend. Be like, why the are you asking that? You don't even know my name, you dumb
You're better off single with high standards.
I would rather be single.
I would rather be single.
I'd rather be alone.
I never want to deal with a man ever again.
Where are the men? What happened?
I don't like sharing my personal life, but these two crazy girls destroyed my lips, both of them.
Y'all, you have to understand that women don't like 95% of men in Western society. And when I say like, I mean they hate these men. They hate these men. Guys, if you notice how bad it is right now when it comes to YouTube, there's some very simple words that I just don't even use anymore. I literally will have to spell it out or find another way of discussing. For example, if we're saying people who've passed away, I don't discuss, I'll literally say Control Alt Delete. Okay? Like, this is the society women have created where men can no longer speak freely. But guess what? We'll speak in code. Some of y'all will say, well, no, I'll just say it all right. And then guess what happens? Then they silence you and you end up on Rumble. You end up on Rumble where the bad kids go. Y'all, for all of you that don't know what Rumble is a video sharing platform. And that's where a lot of the conservative or just anyone who says something that YouTube doesn't like ends up these days. It's like, well, if you misbehave, you're going to be on Rumble. You know, say something YouTube doesn't like, you're going to Rumble. All right, you go to Rumble, you know, there's not a lot of money over there for you. Okay, and they've got strange policies and all this other stuff because they want to own your content. Yeah, you're gonna end up on Rumble. That's where all the bad kids, Fresh and Fit, where are they now? They're on Rumble. You know, Just Pearly Things, where is she? She's on Rumble. Just even saying the name of these content creators, you know, is like a risk these days. Like, you're like, these are people like, you know, they're like Voldemort, like he who must not be named. You know, you better not say their name. It's like, don't say Beetlejuice. Well, he didn't show up. But anyway, you get the point I'm trying to make. The passport bros are experiencing a rapid rise. I told you guys that in 10 years, this thing is going to be a normality because trends become normalities and then normalities become traditions. when it becomes guys, when it becomes a tradition, I mean, let me just make this very clear. At that point, there's nothing left of the American woman. When it becomes a tradition, there is nothing left. I told you we were going to enter a time where women were going to would walk around and say, "What is a woman?" Because it is in Western society. Because men will have firmly abandoned them. It's going to for Generation Beta, the generation that is born after Gen Alpha. They're going to grow up in extraordinarily hard times. They're going to grow up in a time of extreme economic crises, uncertainty, high rates of, significantly higher rates of people of passing, control alt deletions. It's going to be unbelievable. Many of them will be born to the remnants of Gen Z, because many Gen Zers they're not going to see 30, but the few of them that do have kids, they're going to be extremely horrible parents, and it's going to really permeate. Also, there's going to be so much economic hardship that even people who are decent people, Gen Xers and older millennials, they're not going to be able to give their kids what Gen Z got and what Gen Alpha is getting, because poverty is going to be just so much more through the roof. Many of the luxuries that we enjoy today, the future generations won't have them. We enjoy cell phones right now. We enjoy, being able to have cheap wireless plans, something that just wasn't around back then. But they'll find some way to mess it up. They'll find some way to make it expensive again for communication, for using the internet. How will it happen? Greed. Oh, for example, it's you want to watch YouTube videos. Well, you can watch YouTube videos, but you're going to need YouTube Premium if you want to watch more than a certain amount. Like if you want to watch a video that's certain length, or you're gonna have to come back. And they're gonna basically, what they'll do is, these companies, they'll measure, they'll use statistics, and they'll measure, just the bare minimum experience they can offer you before you upgrade to premium. And that's kind of just how it's going to be. Like, basically, you want to access these services, you want to access Netflix, well, you're going to have to pay more. You're going to have this subscription, if you actually want to do this. Like, or you want to read from the Wall Street Times, well, you're going to have this subscription if you want to read more than this. If you just even want to, like, this is what's going to happen with these companies. First they lock you in, and their competitors basically go by. There's an amazing video by Mr. Who's the Boss, who actually breaks this concept down. I'll try to remember to link you guys in the description so you can go and check his video out, where he basically breaks down how the system is working. Like how it's they call it crapification. It's SHIT, but I was calling it crapification. And it's basically where the service is amazing at first, and then after they have you locked in, and then standard industries have like completely died off, like Uber. They came in, they offered you this amazing service where it was essentially 30% of traditional taxi services, and then once they have you locked in, they've killed off all the other traditional taxi services around them, and they start jacking up the prices, and then they make the service horrible for both the customer and also the person, and also the worker. So the customer begins to suffer, the employee begins to suffer, the worker begins to suffer, and then the company starts taking a cut from everywhere and making up numbers like, oh, look at all the money you're saving, even though they're just making it up. They're like, it costs $13, but you're actually saving with your subscription, you're actually saving $3. Oh, that's nice. They're just making it up. Like, these companies are just making it up as they go along. So that's really where we're headed. And as these things are happening, men are just going to continue fleeing society. I had a thought a little while ago, and I was thinking to myself, like, I really like Mayumi. She's a great person, absolutely great person. But I think, she's talked about sending her children over to Japan. And I think, it's like, her husband is a real war veteran. This guy's a tough, he's a strong guy. Very, very strong, very respectable, very, very decent people. But I'll tell you right now, while they may be willing to stay in America and fight, I'm not fighting for this country. Most men won't fight for this country. Most men won't fight for this country. No, most men will pick up and leave. My goal is I'm gonna go to Japan, even if the cost of living is different. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a damn at this point. I'm going to Japan. Once I get my things, once I get, I have my money where I want it. I've sorted some things out. I'm going to Japan. And American can go to hell. And that's how most men feel right now. Guys, women don't like 95% of men. And not only do they not like us, they want our lives to be miserable. They want us to suffer because they absolutely hate us. You saw the video. Make them suffer. Make them suffer. Make them suffer. They want us to suffer. No matter what they want to bring us pain. No matter how good you are to them, they hate you. Why would we stay in a country where we are hated when we can go somewhere where we are appreciated and celebrated? Look at what's happening in some of these countries around the world right now that are hit with their own crises. And the men are basically, the number of men in these countries have dissipated, gone down significantly, while the women have basically fled. These are no longer countries. They are wastelands. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A country without its men is not a country. A country without its men is a wasteland. Okay? And this is what America is becoming. America is going to become a wasteland. A complete crapshoot. It's a circus. It's only a place where you make your money and leave. Make your damn money and then leave the country. Leave and do not come back. Because this is a terrible place. It's a terrible place to live. It's a terrible place to raise children. It's a terrible place to visit. There are other places in the world that you can visit other than America. Do not come to America. When I hear the idiots like, I love my country, I don't love my government, but I love my country. It's like, you dipsick. George Carlin said it the best. These people they went to the same schools that you went to. They were educated at the same universities. These are the same exact people. All right. These are the people that are doing these horrible things and destroying our society. These people are from the United States. And some of y'all are still out here blaming these people who have been gone for 200 years. Oh, this is the boomers. It's the people who started this 200 years ago. And it's been going on for 200 years now. Yeah. And who's continued it on? Those men are no longer... those men and women, Margaret Sanger and all of these other lunatics in the first generation of the feminists, guys, these people are no longer here. But notice that their work is being continued. Okay, how can you blame the people who've passed away? All right, and then you're like, and then you're looking at those people are long gone. Their brain, it's not like their brains have been uploaded to a computer system and their consciousness is there and it's continuing to rule the world from the shadows, like in, I think, Metal Gear Solid. I think that happened in Metal Gear Solid. If I'm wrong, forgive me. You guys can let me know in the comments if that's what happened, because I didn't really play through the entirety of the games. I just read some of the stuff. But yeah, I mean, these people are long gone. The people doing these things are alive. They're alive. They chose to continue down this path. All right. And these people went to the same universities as we did. They went to the same universities. They went to the same public schools or private schools, whatever. They were raised in the same societies. They walk amongst us. I don't know what y'all are thinking. Stop blaming these people that are no longer with us. People just like you're blaming everyone for the way Gen Z turned out. Who raised Gen Z? Gen Z chose to make these decisions. This is why I cannot stand Americans. I can't live this way anymore. I cannot live this way anymore. Okay? It's like when you look at gangsters, these gangsters who do these terrible things in their communities, and they end up in jail, and it's like, oh, poor little Tyrone, poor little Pookie. He was raised so different. He grew up in this gang environment, and he didn't have a dad, and this is why he's where he is today. We need consideration, bro. This guy has had 32 arrests. 32 arrests. And 17 of those ended up in him being, found with charges. Like this guy has 8 misdemeanors, 9 felonies, and the rest of those are violations. Come on, bro. Like, what do you want? And this is Western society for you. Enough is enough, y'all. Enough is enough. My goodness. By the way, guys, don't forget I have another channel called Angry, where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, or whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Support my work. And if you're enjoying the content on this channel, you want even more of these videos, you can head over to the Men Walking Away channel, where I post daily videos just like the one you're watching here. So if you're enjoying this content and you want more content like this video, head over to Men Walking Away. Check that channel out. Subscribe to the channel. There's a link to it in the description of the video. And if you want, and like I said, if you want even more angry, there you go. Guys, what do you think regarding all of this? The rapid rise of passport bros in modern dating, and we're seeing why men now travel abroad to date women. Let me know your thoughts on this, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away, and cheers.